boy.
Hello, and welcome to the crossover. This profound and very experiment. We have a lot to go into today. But first, let's check in with the song. Give a warm welcome to Dax and Top
What's happening, everybody? And once again, it is time for the best, the greatest, the number one talk show anywhere around. I promise you, you can check YouTube, you can check the radio, you can check the World Wide Web, and you're not going to find one better than this one right here. I'm talking about none other than At Home with the Crossover. I am your man, Big T, alongside my tag team partners, the usual cast of characters, and we start with the Elon legend himself, Mr. Smooth, got the trimmed up beard with goatee, looking like he's ready to roll. He is in the house. Bromel is his name. What's going on, Bromel?
Hey, praise the Lord. Glad to be here.
I love it, man. Love it. Bromel is so humble, man. Got the humility and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, it's definitely an example to follow. And
Looks
then
like an Elon booster right now.
Then we go to the
man, for life, man.
for life.
For
There you go. And then we go to the man that represents Aggie Nation. Each and every time you turn around, he got the shirt on right now, Aggie Pride. And thus the nickname for him, Aggie P, is definitely in the house. What's up, AP?
Aggie Pride is nationwide, Big T.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Then we got the baseball guru of the show, the man that is so excited because his season is here. I know he can't wait. They got the pitch clock and all that stuff. He can't wait. Stats is his name. Stats, what's up, man?
Man, I got to watch 4 games in a day. I mean, how much more wonderful could it get? I just love it.
Man, this is going to be crazy for you, man. It's going to be really crazy.
It's like baseball on steroids. I just look from game to game.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Then we got the man that, man, he one of these days, the good Lord is going to heal him and give him sight. But until then, we got to suffer through him making mistakes, not knowing what's going on, pretending like he can see. But he does a good job every week. His name is Radar Charles to us, but y'all might know him as Radar. He's in the house. What's going on, man?
You know what? I'm blessed and very favored. And you know it's a very narrow way.
There you go.
You know it's time to play with the Tunnel Crew. So
There you go.
that's
Love
here
it.
today. Yes, sir.
And then we got he's got the Wake Forest beanie on, even though it's 75 degrees outside. And he's spinning around right now. For those of you who don't have YouTube or aren't watching him on YouTube, you couldn't see him spinning around. Got his championship wrestling belt hanging over his shoulder, got his Eagles flag on the wall. Birdman is his name. Bird, introduce yourself to the people.
This is the Winged Eagle WWE title belt from 1998. Held by Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Kurt Angle, The Rock, just to name a few.
Okay. All right.
You need to put a pitch clock on his opener.
All right, and hey, coming up on this edition of At Home with the Crossover Tonight show, we talk buzzer beaters, we talk comebacks, we talk historic collapses. You know, we got all of that coming up. Could LeBron James' season really be over? We got all that, much more to talk about. But first, we open with our man. He is back, and he joins us every month during the hockey season. He's the longest standing season ticket holder in the history of the Carolina Hurricanes. He's got a lot to talk about tonight. His name is Larry, and he joins us right now on At Home with the Crossover. Larry, welcome back.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. I've missed you guys.
Hey, man.
I've been busy watching a lot of hockey and getting excited about the trade deadline coming up on Friday. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
I'm
Well,
glad I
let's-
got the whole hour. I appreciate that.
They got the whole hour. Hey, one of these days, Larry, we'll do a special hockey show, you know, and just let you turn him loose.
Oh, I
Hey,
I
He gonna
love it.
start with the concession stands first. First of all, Aggie P, we're gonna have lemon pepper wings at the concession stand.
Here, here.
Yes, yes.
Hey, all right. Well, Larry, let's go ahead and jump on into it. And your thoughts on the outdoor game? I know they have, what is it called, the Outdoor Classic or whatever?
It was the Winter Outdoor Classic.
The Winter
It
Outdoor
was one of
Classic.
seveul outdoor games that they hold during the year, and it was
Mhm.
the first time that they've been to North Carolina, and we showed them how to do it. It was done right. There were
I love it.
57,000 people
Mm.
in Carter Finley Stadium, and they had entertainment galore. But they had hockey, they had everything you could imagine. They had a flyover, fireworks, the whole bit. And the Hurricanes came out and played very well, beat the Washington Capitals 4-1. It was a great game, and it was it was great advertisement for North Carolina and the way we do things, and we just did it right.
Yeah.
We really impressed the NHL and all of the hockey fans. It
That's
was
awesome.
great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know you mentioned to me that you didn't think that they would bring it back, but you think after how we showed out, that might change their
could
mind.
It could change. But there are so many venues all over the country, and there are still 2 or 3 teams that have never played in an outdoor game. As an example, Tampa Bay and Florida have never played in an outdoor game. Well, it's natural for them to hold a game somewhere, maybe in Jacksonville or Orlando. The ice works anywhere. They have the machinery and the equipment to make the ice work as long as the weather cooperates.
Yeah.
And by the way, the weather was perfect.
Hey, that's all right.
It was
Yeah, that's
nice.
all right. All right. Well, it's
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you.
Now, I know he was getting ready to ask you. It's been a minute since we've talked to you, and we were wanting to know where you were at in terms of the prospects for the Hurricanes trades right now.
Okay.
You
We
got
had
any
a trade.
hits?
We had a trade today,
Okay.
and this guy could qualify for the hockey name because his name is Jesse Pulajavari. Pulajavari. He's from Finland, and we got him from Edmonton, and we traded him for Patrick Pustola, who is also from Finland and playing in Finland now. So this was not a really exciting pick compared to other trades that have been made in the past week. Toronto is up their roster. Boston's up their roster.
Okay.
Tampa Bay's up their roster. New Jersey's up their roster. And New York Rangers just pulled money out of the hat and got all kinds of good players. Okay. So we've got that to contend with. But the interesting thing that I just read is that this Pulajavari is a very good friend of one of our best players, Sebastian Aho. They grew up together. They have played together. So you don't know what can come of that. And Pulajavari is about 6'4", and he weighs over 200 pounds. So we need someone who can go to the net. So maybe he can come through for us. We'll see.
So what you're telling me is that they didn't lose anything. They didn't give up anything valuable. Right. Okay.
That is one thing. We were in the talks for all of these other trades, but our general manager did not want to give up any of our current players because we were playing so well. And that's good, but sometimes you wonder if you're really going to try to win the Stanley Cup this year, do you have to go overboard and get rid of a player or two that you really like? So we'll see how it works.
Because I remember last year when we were talking with you around this time, you felt like we were kind of top heavy in terms of, the defense and not the offense.
Right.
And some of the toughness. So how do you
Right.
feel like they're at this point in the game?
Well, I feel like we need one more piece to the puzzle, one more big center who can get the puck in the net. We just could not do that in the playoffs last year, and I'm afraid that's what's going to hurt us this year too. We had a person, Pacioretty, who we drafted, but he tore his Achilles tendon twice. And otherwise, we would be the Stanley Cup favorite, no question about it. But, things happen and you just have to move on and make the best of it. So that's where we're at.
Right, because Aho was known for scoring. And so with them getting the guy that they just picked up, it felt like that was a healthy substitute.
Maybe, and maybe they play on the same line and feed each other. Who knows? Rod Brindamore has a way of his coaching ability is putting the right player on the right line. And that he's just excellent at doing that. And so, we'll see how it works out.
Now, I think we have enough time, but for our viewers and for the tunnel crew, when you talk about the lines in hockey,
yes,
how do we relate that to like basketball or football? Is that like your rotation or?
Yes, it's like a rotation. And there are 5 players on a line. So there are 3 forwards, a center, and 2 wings, and then 2 defensemen, and then the goalie, of course, he doesn't change. But most lines change at the same time. So you have 5 rotating off, 5 rotating on. And a good team has 4 good lines. And sometimes the 4th line won't play as much as the other 3, or the 3rd line won't play as much as the top 2. But then the coach will mix them up depending on how they're playing that night. And the average time out on the ice is about 45 seconds max before they have to get off the ice because they're worn out.
Okay. Well, since we're winding down here, go ahead.
I got one question. You said the goalies do not switch out, Larry?
No,
Okay.
not unless they're having a bad night. Then they'll change goalies. But no, the goalie that you put in is usually the goalie for the night.
So the goalie that the Hurricanes have now, is
The
he coming
goalies.
around?
There are
You pretty
2 of
much
them.
satisfied with him?
Um,
Because I think
Freddie
one
Anderson-
show you were saying one guy was a little young. In the way he
that's
was playing.
Kuchetsov, and he is not on the team right now, but I guarantee you'll see him in the playoffs.
Okay.
He's playing in the minor leagues, getting his time in.
Okay.
If he played currently with the Hurricanes, there would be 3 goalies and he wouldn't get enough time to get his game together. We're trying to grow him. He's an excellent goalie. Freddie Anderson is our main goalie, and then Antti Ranta is the backup right now. So that's the way it is. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
All right.
There you are.
Hey.
Technical difficulties. What could I say? All right. So thank you guys for holding down the fort while the technology demons were jumping all into my computer here. So Larry, I got a quick question for you. The Bruins, this is off the Canes a little bit. You guys may have already discussed this. The Bruins are on pace to win 63 games.
Yeah.
The record, NHL record, is 62. They're on pace to put up 134 points. The record is 132 points.
Yeah.
Your thoughts? Do you think they're going to do that? And they're one of the Canes' biggest rivals, so I know that just tears you up.
Yes, it does, and yes, they will.
Wow.
I don't see any way around that. Boston, I heard it described this way. A lot of teams are built for the regular season, and some teams are built for the playoffs. Boston is built for both this year. It's amazing. And they're old. They're an old.
You say they're old.
And it's just incredible. They're just unbelievable to watch. So
Hey,
yeah,
give
I'm
us a
afraid so.
hockey name of the day on the way out.
Okay, I got you one. Nikita Zaitsev. Zaitsev. He is
Zaitsev.
from Russia and he was traded to Chicago. And my boss called him. It sounds like a Russian gang member. That's what
It does.
a hitman for the Russian mob.
And who does he play
Nikita
for?
Zaitsev.
Who
I'm
does
sorry.
he play for? Who does he play for?
He now plays for Chicago.
Chicago. All right. Hey, Larry, thank you. Sorry I couldn't stick with you the whole time, but hey, Tono
That's
Crew did a
okay.
great job of holding down the fort. I appreciate it.
You guys did great. Thank you very much. Go Canes.
All right.
Go,
Go
Canes.
Canes. Go Canes. Hey, you're listening to At Home with the Crossover, everybody.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning. The crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, The Joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover, and be sure to catch us Tuesday nights on YouTube because you want to catch all the Tono Crew, especially the blindest one, staring up at the ceiling right now. You know, because he proves that faith is real and that miracles happen because he's able to come out here and do this show every week, even though he can't see a lick. So yeah. So tune in.
I just wanted everybody to know that Big T had to unplug that mini fridge and that
hey,
and that printer and that microwave. That's why everything shut down on him. He's in there trying to warm up a hot pocket, Stacks.
hey, how you know? You can't see. Hey, but
I saw the steam coming up. Just saw the steam shut down.
Did everything shut down? Huh?
Everything started shutting down.
So anyway, hey, you don't want to miss all of this fun back and forth. Aggie P, breaking down things and football and Bromel and basketball and, all of us talking all kinds of sports, stats, baseball, and Bird with all his favorite teams and wrestling and all that good stuff. So catch us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. YouTube is the place. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it also online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app. You can find it both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. All right. We just want to once again thank Larry for joining us. Much appreciated of him giving his time, talk about the Canes, and enlighten the audience and listeners and fans, and let them know about the Carolina Hurricanes, NHL, and all things related. Radar, do we have any social media shout outs, comments, or questions, or anything from the listeners and fans?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I can hear the laugh. I know. Here it comes. Here it comes.
B. Smith and Small Wonder right now. They're not available. I think they had to put out a small fire. Aggie P.
Boy, you crazy.
Before the little blackout, Penny,
the blackout.
Penny 3, she chimed in. She said, "What's up, Tunnel Crew?" B. Smith said, "What's up, Tunnel Crew?" Penny B3 said, "What's up, Tunnel Crew?" And yeah, Small Wonder said, "What's up, everybody? Everything's good. Everything's good on the home base."
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All
Don't
right,
call
well.
me a mess.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot. I was trying to hurry up and get Larry in so fast. I forgot to say that, hey, together, we are the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. That's why we call ourselves the Tunnel Crew. Now we begin with our hot topics. The hottest stories of sports may not be what everybody else is talking about, but it's the things we, the Tunnel Crew, want to talk about. The weekend of hoops was insane. I mean, it was absolutely crazy, y'all. And we'll start with the NBA, where the Celtics beat the 76ers on Saturday night. And this is after the 76ers led most of the game, had a 15-point lead going into the fourth quarter. But in the end, Jason Tatum, who had a terrible night, I think 7 points going into the fourth quarter, but he went off in the fourth quarter, hit a huge three-pointer when the game was tied with seconds left. In fact, it was under 2 seconds left when he made the three. 76ers had no timeouts. They inbounded the ball to Embiid, and Embiid launched a three-quarter court shot that basically was all net, you know, and the crowd went crazy. I'm sitting there hollering like, "Oh, Lord, we're going to overtime." And then the ref said, nope, they waved it off. To me, it looked good, but when they showed the replay, it clearly was still in his hands before he let it go. But that game was intense. It was, you rarely see an NBA game feel like a regular season game, feel like a playoff game. That one did. You could tell both teams wanted to win that game. Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on that big 76ers Celtics game Saturday night? Hey, I think we ought to lead off with the Celtics fan himself. Aggie P, he got that big grin on his face. Aggie P, your thoughts?
Hey, Brother Bear, I knew it was going to happen like that all the time. I told Jason, I said, Jason, just play it cool. Come through at the end. Let's get out of here.
Say, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. You know, let them think they're going to win this thing. We're going to put it in the end and get out of here. No, but you're right, Big T. Very exciting game.
Yeah.
I was sweating.
Say yeah.
I was sweating bullets at home, but hey, I'm glad my Celtics won, man.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum once again, Mr. Clutch. Hey,
Yep.
that's all I can say, man. Hey, just stay healthy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see,
Need
you
him
can
to
see
stay
him,
healthy, you know.
you can see Jason Tatum, man. He done took another step, man. He done take, you know, his game is going nothing but up. You know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all parts of his game. It's
You're
just
right.
like he's scoring all parts of his game. He's becoming a complete player and know how to use his teammates. You know, he's
Yep.
a team ball player, but he also knows what it takes to win. You know.
He got that clutch gene too. You're starting to see it show up, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Bird, stats, radar, any thoughts on this game?
I got thoughts on this game wasn't even on TV, but I watched this game. It was Pistons and Raptors. And that game had more. It had
Don't
more.
nobody care that about that game.
I'm a Detroit fan, and I'm not even talking about that game.
All right, look, Big T. Basically, the game had more fists and punches being thrown. Fists and punches being thrown than like the Jake Paul fight on Sunday. It was ridiculous. I mean, Marvin Bagley got his nose broken, and they ain't called foul. Like,
so you saying they was some wannabe bad boys? They tried.
No, I'm saying like the Raptors were bullying the Pistons. Like it was like Bad Boys in reverse.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious, Big T.
Okay,
But
now
also,
now that you completely changed the subject.
it was a 2-point game. It was a good game. They lost.
All right, so Radar and Bird, do you have any thoughts on the 76ers Celtics game from Saturday night?
Yes. Back on topic. It was a good game. It was a good game. Jason Tatum, he's clutch. We saw that a little bit. I think to Bro Mel's point, he has taken his game to a whole nother level. And I think it started with that finals run that he had last season. And it's elevated ever since then.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Radar.
No comments. I'm just glad Aggie P's team won, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
I knew when I saw the game he was sweating because Embiid was playing lights out. So, you know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk about his team.
Well, and I'm gonna piggyback off what you said before we move on. Embiid, that guy, talk about guys that have come, you know, their game has just elevated every year. You know, he was good at Kansas. He wasn't this good. And we know he's been good in the NBA for a long time, even better than he was at Kansas. But I'm telling you, I didn't know he was shooting 86% from the free throw line this year. And he was I think 13 out of 14 in that game, you know, from the free throw line. What he scored 30-something points, you know. I mean, Embiid is, you know, he's amazing, and they need to get him some help, you know. What? Okay, so let's move on to the next game here. Sticking with the NBA, LeBron James led the Lakers to a not a historic, but a season best comeback because they trailed the Mavericks on Sunday by 27 points. Teams that trailed by 27 points at any point in the game this season were 0-138. 0-138. They're now 1-138 because the Lakers came storming back from 27 points down and beat the Mavs on their home court, knocking the Mavs to 1-3 since Kyrie Irving joined forces with Luka Doncic. But it wasn't all roses for the Lakers as LeBron James suffered a right foot injury. According to ESPN's Wojnarowski, he could miss several weeks, which basically would bury the Lakers. Remember, right after the All-Star game, LeBron said these final 23 games are the most important regular season games of my career. And now he's probably not even going to be there. Your thoughts on the historic comeback, the LeBron James injury, the Lakers' chances, Tunnel Crew? Have at it. Hey, we'll do like we did with Aggie P and start with the LeBron James fan first. Go ahead, Birdman. Give us your thoughts.
Well, it's like the song that I'll be singing for spring in the school concert. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Won the game, came back from 27-point deficit. That's great. Oh, but LeBron is out.
Yeah,
that's bad news.
He's out. He said he said he's looking for second opinion, so we'll see. He might not be.
It's about time for suit clothes to be out too.
To say street clothes.
Street clothes, yeah, that's
yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to recover, man. You gotta look at his age.
Yeah.
That wear and tear, man, it's different when you get a little age on you.
Isn't it interesting when you see guys get older, you start to see these little nagging injuries start to pop up, you know?
He's gonna recover, but I just think it's gonna take a while and it may be too late, you know.
Yeah.
Because if it's his foot, like you said, his foot, the way he came down on it.
Yeah,
he probably get a second and third opinion because it may be, you know, it could possibly be career ending, to be honest with you.
Ooh, man. Yeah, it did look bad, you know, and he was writhing in pain on the floor. So, hey, one last part of the craziness of the basketball this weekend in the NBA, Trae Young hit a buzzer-beating 3 to win their game, the Atlanta game on Saturday night. I think it was against the Rockets. But, you know, hey, like I said, this weekend was crazy. And it didn't stop with the NBA. It didn't stop there because it continued over in college basketball where you saw Florida State, the Seminoles, trailing Miami by 25 points. in the first half, and they trailed by 23 at halftime. They came back and won the game on a, you know, three-pointer from the logo. I mean, so it was a long three. It was one of those like Steph Curry likes to shoot and Dame Lillard likes to shoot. And they hit it at the buzzer to beat Miami. That's their third straight win at Miami. So they're starting to control that rivalry, it appears. And both of those comebacks were in that game for Florida State were records. The 25 points was the most any team in ACC history has ever come back from. And the 23-point halftime deficit is the most any ACC team has ever come back for. Tono Crew, your thoughts on more craziness in the world of basketball with this Florida State comeback? Go ahead, Stats.
Apologies, because children would not let me speak. So I had to I was just rolling my eyes, telling her to go away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Great comeback from Florida State. They're a weird team, man. I feel like they're gonna get hot and win some games in the ACC tournament. I just don't know why I get that strange feeling that they're not as bad as what their record indicates, because their roster hasn't really played together for most of the season from what I've seen. Clemson's gonna win the ACC. I can't tell you if it's the regular season or the conference title, but they're going to win the ACC. And I'm gonna stick with that prediction.
Okay. Hey, anybody else got any thoughts on Florida State in there?
Yeah, Florida State is a little bit more talented than what people think they are. They're just starting to gel together a little bit more. Because when you're playing almost 8 or 9 players, you know, you're not missing a beat. And them guys is athletic. You talking about 6'11", 7-footers. Them guys are athletic, man. They're gonna, if they get in the tournament, man, you have to watch out for them. I'm not saying they're gonna win it, but they can make it hard on some people.
Most definitely. All right. Well, hey, we up against a hard break. Listen, you want to catch the show Tuesday nights is the day. 7 p.m. is the time. YouTube, the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel is the place. And it's At Home with the Crossover. And then on Thursday nights, you can catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports. So you can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, we'll finish up this basketball talk, and then we'll get into our question of the day. You're listening.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life, and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
100.7 WLJF.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. And make sure you catch us on Tuesday nights on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube page, channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody you know about it. Then on Thursday nights, catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it also online, but at a different place, WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. Radar. Got any social media shout outs, commentary, questions from the fans and listeners?
I do. I have Nisi Pfeiffer chimed in tonight. She's hanging out with us with the Tunnel Crew tonight. She said she was not a Lakers fan. She's a Warriors fan all day.
All day.
And she said Birdman was not raised to be a Laker fan.
Hey, for life, you know.
Well, yes, and also B. Smith also said, "Go Larry! Thanks for updating us on the Hurricanes and what they're doing in the trade deadline." And then also Penny B3 said, "Great job, Tunnel Crew, holding it down," while Big T was trying to put out that small fire on his food truck. Between Stafford and the daycare and him trying to shoot the podcast on the food. I said, boy, everybody trying to work 2 jobs right tonight.
They double dipping, huh? They double dipping, huh? Oh man. All right, well, hopefully we got our stuff together for the remainder of the show. We'll see. All right, I'm going to blow through these right quick because Michigan State led Iowa by 13 points with a minute and 30 seconds left and lost the game in overtime. Iowa hit 5 out of 6 three-pointers in the final 90 seconds, including a buzzer-beating 3 to tie it and force overtime. So that was a crazy one. Arizona lost at home to their rival, Arizona State, on a half-court shot. Buzzer-beating shot, you know, so that was another crazy one right there. Then you had in the women's basketball, number 6 Iowa upsetting number 2 Indiana on a buzzer-beating three-pointer. I mean, another buzzer beater by Caitlin Clark there with 1.5 seconds left to go, you know. So it was just crazy all the way around. Then you had Clemson blowing NC State out by 25 in Raleigh. Who saw that one coming? And I definitely didn't either, you know. And then hey, it's been so crazy. USC has won 2 games in a row. They never trailed in either game. So they've led wire to wire in both games. Virginia has lost 2 games in a row and has never led. They trailed from wire to wire in both of their losses. So what I'm trying to say to y'all is it's been crazy in basketball the last few days. And now that leads us to, because, you know, a lot of people say, basketball, you know, college basketball, NBA. Talk about the All-Star game last weekend. Need to fix it. Need to change it. Talk about college basketball. The one and done's ruining the game. NIL is ruining the game. Now you got baseball. Spring training has started. You got people complaining the games take too long. So they've implemented a pitch clock, you know, which is designed to speed the game up. And so far in spring training, it has, because the games are going for an average of 3 hours to 2 hours and 30 minutes in spring training. So we'll see if that trend continues. But you got that in college football. You got, oh man, you know, transfer portal is killing college football, this, that, and the other. NFL, everybody's complaining about the Pro Bowl and about the rules, and they need to change this and that, you know. So every sport is dealing with something. And the catalyst for this conversation, this question, is because of the spring training pitch clock with the baseball. And that caused us to look at all sports, even though all this craziness is happening, tells us basketball is all right. But, you know, maybe not. So the question of the day is this: to fix or not to fix? What would you do to fix any of these sports? Do you agree with baseball putting a pitch clock in?
I do.
Do you think the transfer portal is terrible? Do you think that, you know, the one and done needs to be changed? So Tunnel Crew, your thoughts on what would you do to fix the sport, or would you leave it alone? Would you leave these sports like they are? You can pick any sports, you can take all sports, but I'm handing it off to you now. Your thoughts on this? That's the question of the day.
I'm looking at the transfer portal. I think it's a positive and a negative. The positive is that you're seeing more mid-majors winning more games, and you're going to have a lot of blue bloods that's not going to be in the NCAA tournament for the first time in decades because of that. When it comes to that, the way that I would fix it is that they just get that one shot because you got kids transferring 2 and 3 times. You know,
Yeah.
it got to be a point where it's it's a one-shot deal, and after that you have to either hunker down or or don't move. So, and then that extra years is hurting too. I don't think we talked enough about that.
Yeah.
Guys staying that extra year because of COVID, and we don't have COVID anymore. So
yeah,
they can play 6 years.
Yeah, somebody was telling me, they said, Baycott can come back. I said, no. He said, yeah, he's got 1 more year. I said, are you serious?
Yeah, he can come
Wow.
back 1 more year. Mm-hmm.
Seems like he's been there 2 years, man.
I know.
And he may need to stay another year the way he's playing.
Amen.
Because he don't have a 10-foot jump shot or anything. He just got that inside game with that's not gonna work in the NBA.
Yeah. Hey, the producer said put a limit on replay reviews. Too many replay reviews allowed. I think that's a good one. You say, hey, 1 a game. You get 1 a game. If you use it, hey, because that'll make you very judicious about how you're going to use it and when you're going to use it.
Well, I think with that, the official has a lot to play a role in that. They're going to call something because they know they can go to the replay and figure it out. And that's what happened in the NFL too. They're going to make a call. They know they're not in the right position, but we're going to be bailed out.
Yeah. Yep.
It's...
Thoughts? Who else has some thoughts on, would you leave something alone or would you change it? Stats? Go ahead.
Football, don't change anything with the kickoffs or anything. Also, another thing, they need to call the roughing the passer more even than they have. And the targeting, they gotta cut down on how many times they're calling that. They call that too much. Because I'm like, I've seen a lot of plays where guys are going full speed, they can't get out the way, guy gets smacked, and they blow targeting.
Yeah.
Like, it's a 20-yard penalty. The guy was trying to get out the way, he can't go nowhere. If you're running full speed, I'm pretty sure Aggie P can tell you, you can't get out the way.
Football ain't Aggie P.
It's physics though. Some of the stuff they ask guys to do is physically impossible. Like that thing where they call the flag when you land on the quarterback.
Yeah.
If you tackle the quarterback at full speed, can you just become Superman and float and move out the way and don't land on him? That's impossible.
He's confusing it for NBA 2K. That's why.
Yeah.
He talking about the simulator game when you pause it, stop the man.
He rotated around.
Right.
I love simulations, but simulations aren't real. So I love simulations.
Hey, who else has a thought?
I think it's gonna go through a natural evolution where the players are gonna end up having to police themselves because, like you said, taking away the option to transfer so many times to so many different schools. And I think what's gonna happen is once they start losing their options, that's when you're gonna start seeing those other teams start to rise again to the top. I don't think the blue bloods are done by any means.
No.
So I don't think this phase is going to last. I think I give it maybe 1.5 more years before things start to kind of level out and you start to see those teams be teams again. Players stick around and a better caliber of ball take place.
I agree, Radar. That would be my thing to change. I want to change the 1 and done.
Yeah.
Telling the crew. I'm okay with the transfer portal. I mean, like Brother Mel said, it's some positive and negatives there. But as far as, the 1 and done, I like to see the kids stay in a little bit longer and develop.
Yeah.
And learn the game, then it's not just running and gunning and dunking, learn basketball. And, let your body develop so when you go play NBA, you be ready for it. So that would be
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, AP. Go ahead.
No, I would just say that would be mine, Big T. Just do away with the 1 and done. I don't like it.
Hey, I'm getting ready to crack a joke here. That's why I was laughing because you said guys stay around a little longer and develop some more and develop the game and bodies and everything. I said, well, that hadn't worked in Carolina because Caleb Love been there 3 years. RJ Davis been there 3-4 years, and they seem like they done regressed. It's like I'm like, where's the development?
Well,
Maybe it's the coaching.
It's the point is them two is competing against each other.
Yeah.
That's where the development went to. They competing against each other.
Yeah.
Instead of just going out there and play as a teammate, But I'm with Aggie P as well, is that the one and done is it's not gonna help the kids, man. You would notice those kids in college in the next 2 or 3 years you'll hear from them, you'll never hear from them again.
Yeah.
Right.
Never hear from them again.
Birdman, Radar, your thoughts? No,
I made my. I made my thoughts clear earlier.
Oh, that's right. You already made. That's right, Radar. You already made yours. Oh, I apologize. Birdman.
That one and done is for though, Big T. It's for the NBA.
It's for the NBA. Yeah.
It's not for. It's for the NBA to try to continue to allow NBA to have more players that they can, develop and keep the league going, because the better players they get ready to get out of there.
Yep.
So who do you coming behind them? It's going to carry the league on, and it's not that too many players.
Yeah. They need to change these archaic rules, because I think a guy should be allowed to declare, and if he doesn't get drafted where he wants to or whatever, he should be allowed to go to college.
I believe so too.
Good.
I mean, it's crazy, these archaic rules. And it's not. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not like that in baseball, is it? Like in baseball, you get drafted, you can go to school.
If you don't get drafted, you can go to
a farm
college.
club.
See,
it's a farm club. You got so many farm clubs. You can do that. Those kids, they can either renege and go to college, or they can get the money. They can get the money and still play. It's going to take a while to get to the majors anyway.
Yeah.
You're right.
Bird,
I would say we need to get rid of this NET metric, this net metric that the committee uses, because it's just, I don't understand it per se, because how can you beat some of the top schools in your conference, but the committee doesn't consider that a top-notch quality win? You have to face the powerhouse schools, and even though you have a good enough record and you're like 7th, 5th, 6th, top of the conference, they're not even going to consider you for the tournament. And I would also expand the tournament from March to the beginning of April to March all the way into the middle part of April.
But the game has changed. That's why when you got these mid-majors playing good ball and these guys transferring from the big-time Division I to mid-majors, they taking up spots. And that's what you're looking at now, just like you're saying, Bird, is that the ACC ain't the top team no more.
Yeah,
it's not.
And so they beating up on each other. So that means that if they're not ranked, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I got a question for Brother Mel though, and I saw this on ESPN last week, and this kind of made me upset. They were trying to say the SEC was on the same plane as ACC, and I done seen a lot of teams in the SEC get blown out the water this year. So I don't believe that for a day. I don't believe that. I think the Big Ten's probably the conference, and that's because they beat up each other. Really.
Right. You can't compare a conference like that, because you're right. They beating up on each other. If you're playing a certain amount of games and it's most of those games against each other, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. That's garbage. It's terrible.
It's just the rankings. It's just whoever you beat in the top 25, then they're giving you credit for that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Well, hey, I agree with what baseball has done. Putting that pitch clock in, because I don't know how many times I try to watch a game. You see a guy step in the box, step out, adjust himself, adjust the gloves, wiggle his hat, then step back in, and before he can kick dirt and get in position, he done stepped out again. I'm like, come on, man, come on.
And he done used some substance on the side of. He get that call.
It's kind of like Stats when he's trying to make his comments.
Hey, everybody. Catch this at-home edition of The Crossover Tuesday night, 7 p.m. YouTube is the place. Go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and tell all your peeps about it. And then on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., catch the audio version of the original Crossover Sports Show. You can find it online at WLJFradio.com. You can also download the WLJF app. You can find it on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. Man, the show has flown by. When we come back, we got one segment left. It's called The Wrap-Up.
Why so sad when the joy is here? What's the answer? Joy in the morning, the crossover. You can find them all right here on 100.7 WLJF. There's no need to be down when there's plenty of joy to go around. Get your daily dose and turn that frown upside down. Love and Faith Radio, 100.7 WLJF, the joy.
My name is Priscilla Van. I'm with Hometown Insurance Service. I'm an independent insurance agent that specializes in Medicare, senior solutions, life and health. I work with dozens of companies so that I can offer you the appropriate coverage as well as the affordable price for your insurance needs. If I can help you, please contact me at my website, hometowninsuranceservice.com, or email me at hometown.inservice, or you can find me on Facebook at Hometown Insurance Service. Thank you.
Times are changing. We all have questions about the future. Join us as we find the answers through the Word of God.
Love and Faith Christian Fellowship invites you to join our congregation. One church, 2 locations, Greensboro and Kernersville.
We're helping people on their path to find God as we provide spiritual leadership and growth through diverse ministry.
Celebrating over 25 years of ministry. Join our Love and Faith community where Jesus Christ is Lord and the people are loved.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up. Let's send it back to the team.
All right, welcome back to At Home with the Crossover. Hey, a quick mention here. The Tar Heel ladies messed me up. I mean, I'm glad they won, but it went on the road and pulled the upset over Duke, and I was like, come on, man. All year long, I've been picking Carolina in not on the show, but just, saying, oh, they'll win this game, and they lose, And then the one time I say, yeah, they definitely going to lose this one. They go out and win. So, thanks a lot, Tar Heels. Just say thank you. Oh, man. All right, let's look at the results from last week to see how everybody fared. And me and Stats won the week. We went 3-2. Aggie P, Birdman, Bromel, and the Queen all came in second, went 2-3, and Radar, he can't see, so he didn't know what he was. He probably didn't pick the teams he thought he was picking. He finished 1-4. Hey, and last week he went 1-5. So man, it's been a rough 2 weeks for you, brother. Hey, tell your handlers they need to help you out, man. They need to get it going. Hey, so the overall standings look like this. Aggie P is still on top with 26 wins. He's got 4 weekly wins. I'm in second with 24 wins. I also have 4 weekly wins. Bromel is in third. He's got 3 weekly wins. He's got 23 total wins. And Stats is tied with him with 23 wins. He also has 3 weekly wins. But if the playoffs started today, that will be your 4 playoff teams. But Bromel will get the 3 seed over Stats because he won the big game challenge. So that's the separator right there. Birdman is fourth with 22 wins. He's got 1 weekly win. Radar and TP are tied at fifth with 19 overall wins. And they both have 1 weekly win total. What are you laughing at, man?
You know what? Even if I gotta lose to hear my name, I'll be a loser. I get to hear my name a whole lot, bro, Mel.
All right, the games that we have to pick this week are these. The big Duke UNC rivalry in the men's game is Saturday. We got number 23 Iowa State at number 9 Baylor, number 3 Kansas at number 8 Texas, number 7 Arizona at number 4 UCLA. And these numbers might have changed because we sent these picks out before the polls came out. And then one of your choices is women's ACC tournament winner. Who do you think will win the ACC tournament in women's, which starts this Thursday? Then we got 2 Hurricanes games in the NHL. We got the Canes at Vegas on Wednesday night, and then we got Tampa Bay at the Canes on Sunday night. And then in the NBA, we got the Grizzlies at 36-23 at the Nuggets, who are 43-19. We got 5 picks, and we'll start with Aggie P.
Yes, sir. I got UNC, Baylor. I got the Hurricanes twice. And the Nuggets.
There you go. Man, he pushing the chips to the center of the table. Going all in on the Canes. All in. All right, Radar.
Okay. I got Kansas, Arizona, Hurricanes, Lightning, and the Nuggets.
All right, so he taking the split in the NHL.
Yeah. I did the
Lightning,
split.
All right.
I did the split.
All right, Birdman.
I got Duke, Iowa State, Hurricanes for both in NHL matchups, and Grizzlies.
Man, Bird going all in too.
Okay.
There you go. I like it. I like it. All right, I'll read the Queens. Since she is not able to be here with us tonight, she took Baylor, Kansas, UCLA, the Hurricanes over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Denver Nuggets. Bromel.
All right, I got UNC. Hopefully they'll win at home. Kansas.
Thank you, Bromel.
UCLA, the Hurricanes, and the Nuggets.
All right, and he's taking the Canes over Tampa Bay in that Sunday night game. All right, that leaves me. I got UNC over Duke, Texas, UCLA. I got the Notre Dame women cutting down the nets in Greensboro. And I got the Hurricanes over Tampa Bay Sunday. Stats.
All right, I'm gonna take Carolina because they can't lose in everything. Baseball team got swept by ECU this weekend. Thought I would point that out. They did win today against VCU. That's
there
positive.
You go.
Kansas, Baylor. I'm gonna take the Golden Knights because I saw a simulation where they won. I'm gonna take the Canes to bounce back the day after because they're the streakiest team on the planet, just like the Yankees, basically. So,
all right, so there you go. There's the Tunnel Cruise picks. They're all locked in. Hey, can't change them now. All right, time for shout outs. So shut up and play candidates. We'll start with you, Bird.
Shout out to my best friend TP, who is not here tonight.
There you go. Aggie P.
Shout out also to TP.
There you go. Love it. The Queen gets some shout outs. Radar, Charles.
You know what? Shout out to TP.
Hey, you was like, I don't really want to, but I Bromel.
Yeah, we're gonna give a shout out to TP, man. We miss her tonight.
All right. Stats.
All right. Shout out to TP and pitcher from Mississippi State, Jarangelo Klahinte. He throws with both hands. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Ooh, congratulations on pronouncing that name, man.
Yeah.
Hey, my shout outs to Dame Lillard. He scored 71 points, went 13 out of 22 on 3-pointers, 14 of 14 from the line, and 22 field goals made in the game. All of those are Blazers records. For Birdman.
Whosoever believe in him.
For Aggie P.
No weapon.
For Radar.
Narrow is the way.
For Bromel.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
For Stats.
Spring is here. It's here.
I'm your man, Big T, signing off and saying, no matter where you are, look up and know that your creator's there. Until next time, see you, and we might want to be you.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for the crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.